Hello and welcome. I'm an AI specialist with years of experience in modern hospitality operations, and I am so pleased to welcome all of you, the students of Europe Hotel School, to your online learning journey. We're here to support your professional growth, so let's get right to it. In this incredibly dynamic industry, one truth holds firm, and it's this: a hotel is absolutely nothing without its people. The quality of your service, the happiness of your guests, the very reputation of your brand, it all comes down to your team. So, who's responsible for designing and building this amazing team? Well, that's you, the general manager. I want you to start thinking of yourself less as just a manager and more as the chief architect of your hotel's entire human structure. It's your job to create a foundation that can truly support excellence. Okay, so how do we actually build this thing? We're going to break it down into a four-part leadership blueprint. First, we'll talk about architecting the team. Then we'll get into cultivating excellence, fostering the right environment, and finally, leading with real strategic insight. If you can master these four pillars, you'll have the framework for a top-performing hotel. Every incredible building needs a rock-solid foundation, and in our blueprint, that foundation is the team. So for our first pillar, we're going to focus on the two most critical steps: recruiting the right people in the first place, and then getting their journey started on the right foot with fantastic onboarding. This isn't just about posting a job and filling a spot, not at all. Strategic recruitment is proactive. It means you really have to understand what your hotel needs, write job descriptions that actually sell your vision, and find people who have not only the right skills, but just as important, the right fit for your culture. And once you've found that amazing talent, well, the work has really just begun. Onboarding is so much more than a quick tour of the building. It's a strategic tool. It's designed to seamlessly integrate your new hires to set clear expectations from day one, which, you guessed it, directly leads to better performance and, maybe most importantly, keeps your best people around longer. So you've recruited and onboarded the perfect team. Now what? You've got that solid foundation in place, so now it's time to start building up. Pillar 2 is all about cultivating that talent. It's about turning all that potential into consistent, day in, day out excellence. The connection here is so direct, you really can't argue with it. The quality of your team's training is exactly what a guest experiences at every single touch point. Think about it. Exceptional service is never, ever an accident. It's designed through intentional, continuous development. As the architect, you have a specific set of tools for this part of the build. It means you're regularly assessing where your team is and where they need to go. You're creating targeted training programs, setting goals that are both ambitious and actually achievable, and you're providing constant feedback through performance reviews. And let's just reframe how we think about performance management. It's not about catching people doing something wrong. It's about building a supportive system, a framework that identifies both strengths and areas for growth, all to empower every single person on your team. Okay, here's a big one. You can have the most skilled team in the entire world, but I guarantee they won't perform at their peak if the environment isn't right. This third pillar is all about the atmosphere, the culture, the human element that makes a workplace somewhere people actually want to be. Motivation and engagement, they're literally the fuel for exceptional service. A disengaged team member, they might do the bare minimum, but an engaged employee, they go above and beyond. They create those memorable moments that really define a five-star guest experience and keep people coming back. So what actually drives that engagement? Well, the data is pretty clear. Far and away, the biggest factor is creating a culture where people feel valued and included. It's actually more important than perks or special programs. It really comes down to recognition, feeling like part of a team, and knowing your voice is actually being heard. As a general manager, your responsibility here is really twofold. First, you've got to foster transparent communication to build that collaborative spirit. And second, you have to become a skilled mediator. Because let's be real, conflict is gonna happen. Your ability to resolve it quickly and fairly is what keeps the whole environment productive. A thriving environment is also a healthy one. Supporting your team's well-being through things like health programs, flexibility, and a genuine respect for work-life balance, that's not just a nice thing to do. It is a direct investment that reduces stress, prevents burnout, and seriously boosts the overall productivity of your entire operation. All right, our final pillar. This is where we elevate the GM's role from being an operational manager to being a true strategic leader. This is where we integrate modern technology, ensure we have ironclad legal compliance, and cultivate those personal leadership traits that inspire trust and confidence. Now let's talk tech. My world is data and AI, and I can tell you this is an absolute game changer. A human resource information system, an HIS, it does so much more than just automate boring tasks like payroll. It centralizes all of your people data, transforming HR from this reactive function into a proactive, strategic powerhouse. I need to be crystal clear about this next point. It is absolutely non-negotiable. As a leader, you have to stay current on all labor and employment laws. Ignorance is not a defense, and a mistake here can have really severe consequences for your hotel and for your career. Beyond all the technical skills, true leadership requires emotional intelligence. And please, don't think of this as a soft skill. It is a core competency. The ability to truly understand and empathize with your team is what allows you to build trust, to address their needs, and to create that positive environment we were just talking about. And finally, these are the personal traits that define a great leader. Adaptability, so you can handle the crises that this industry will inevitably throw at you. Being a role model who actually lives the values you preach, and a deep commitment to continuous learning, because the best leaders always know there's more to learn. So there you have it, the 4 pillars of our blueprint. Architecting your team, cultivating their excellence, fostering a thriving environment, and leading with strategic insight. Put them all together, and they form a complete guide for building your own legacy of success. The takeaway here is really simple. Your mastery of these human resources skills isn't separate from your hotel's success. It is the engine of it. It's what allows you to build a team and a culture that consistently deliver exceptional results, ensuring the health and reputation of your hotel for the long run. This blueprint is now yours. The foundation of the hotel you're going to lead one day is waiting to be built. So I'll leave you with this question. Which one of these pillars are you going to start strengthening first? Thank you for your time.